Avatar Daily, it's day 12. When did this even happen? I hope that you see a transformation in your posts. From what I've seen, it's more powerful because your story is connecting to a smaller audience. We try so hard to post to everybody, but that's not who you want to work with. And you might feel a little weird or frustrated or questioning your social media. And I think that's really good to evaluate that. I think it's really good to just sit back and say, who can I connect with today, and did I do a good job connecting with them? So keep asking yourself, keep making your social media better. Some of you have messaged me and they're like, and you say, how does it look? How does my social media look? But I think that's good that you're wanting that and you're so hungry to be able to see your social media transform. Remember, it has nothing to do with the amount of likes that you get or comments you get. It has everything to do with the message that you're sending. So today, the prompt is, when your avatar looks in the mirror, what are they saying to themselves? Oh, man. I remember I would spend time, and again, this is my avatar. So do you see how I'm going into the story? So we're transitioning from how you'd see how I'd break it down, but I literally go back to what would I do when I would look into the mirror. I remember I'd grab my thighs or I'd turn around and just examine, get really close to the mirror and look at everything and just stare at my stretch marks on my legs and on my sides and on my hips. I would look at my stomach from all different angles. I would even move like this, kind of see, look sideways. And the things that were going on in my head were not good. They weren't. I was tearing myself apart. The cellulite on the back of my legs, I had acne. And negative self-talk became so familiar and I got really good at it. That's what my avatar does. She's not feeling enough, and she's also thinking if she looks a certain way, she won't be lonely anymore. Someone will find her attractive and want to pursue her. I wish that wasn't the truth, but it was. And I would look in the mirror when I would have clothes on and just see if it made me look thinner. I would wear baggier things because I would try to hide my stomach. Jeans, my love handles, I would just grab them and look at them and evaluate them. I was constantly criticizing and critiquing myself all the time. So then what I would do is I'd go into the bathroom, I would get on the scale 3 times a day and look at it. And as soon as I was done, I would go to the mirror and just look at myself and tear myself to shreds. But I didn't realize that's what I was doing. And then I tried to justify it. So when you're speaking to your avatar, how can you relate to your avatar? What are the things that you can say to capture your avatar? Maybe it's simply just by starting to tell the story as if it happened yesterday, but really happened 2 years ago. I love sharing this one, for example. Someone today told me I was fat. That person was me 2 years ago. Do you see how you're transitioning to who you used to be? That's how you're gonna grasp your audience. Now your avatar, but don't take that example. That may not be what you were saying to yourself. So you need to evaluate, what is your story? When you were at the gym or in the car, I shared a story. What are things that I would do with the habits that I felt? So I would talk to myself negatively, but it influenced all the other areas of my life. For example, when I would sit on the couch, I would put a pillow over my stomach because I spent many hours critiquing my stomach. So then therefore I had a negative belief about myself. And then, or can I take my avatar towards this thing where I started using power I am statements? Started looking in the mirror and saying, you're fierce, you're strong. The reason I flex in every single one of my selfies for the most part is to show that I'm strong. And there's a reason I do that. Not everyone knows that. But you'll see me in my selfies of my workouts, and it's to remind myself I'm not chasing skinny. And that's the symbolic reason behind my selfies that I'm always flexing in. If you see me with a group of people, I'm always flexing. Because when I look in the picture, because guess what? When I used to look at pictures, I was like, oh my gosh, I look so much bigger than everybody. I look huge. Look at my cheeks. Look at that. But instead, when I look at my pictures now, I see strength and I see fight and I see a change. So what can Beachbody offer this negative self-talk? How you're talking to yourself in the mirror, the old self, right? Maybe even the current self. Evaluate that. Speak to your avatar. I cannot wait to see your prompt, reflection, and I can't wait to see your posts. Thank you so much, and I'm proud of all of you. Remember, being a CEO is doing the hard things, the stuff that isn't the pretty stuff. It's the stuff where it's like getting into your story and really connecting. And yes, you might get frustrated that a post you spent a long time on got no traction. People are watching, I promise. All right, you guys, have an amazing day.